Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I wish all of you are fine. Welcome to your new class. Before starting my class, just take your book in front of you. In my last class, I told about valency and valency electron. So I am explaining a new topic today, inshallah. So at first, go to my laptop screen. In my last class, I told about this valency and about this valency chart. Now this is page number 87, and today I shall talk about radical and their valencies. So this is in 5.3 section. It is given that sometimes a bundle of atoms from more than one element combined together receive positive or negative charge and act as an ion of element. They are called valency. So there is a valency chart is given here. So I am explaining in my way. Suppose in my last class I told about the valency of sodium is 1. So I have to write positive charge when this is in sodium ion form. But now I am talking about radical. This is radical. This is my new topic. What is radical? Radical means when a group of atoms, suppose nitrogen and hydrogen. Here one atom of nitrogen and 4 atoms of hydrogen. So a group of atoms work like as a single atom, and it has a charged. It is in a charged condition. That means it may be positively charged or it may be in negatively charged. So when group of atoms works like a single atom and it has a charge, it may be positive or negative charge, then this total combination is called radical. In our book there are only 2 positive radicals. This is ammonium radical, and pH4 plus. This is phosphonium radical. Okay, and there are 2 types of radicals. One is positively charged radical and another is negatively charged radical. So except these 2, all the radicals are negative. Suppose see 1 atom of carbon, 3 atoms of oxygen. So group of atoms, this is called carbonate. This carbonate has -2 charge. So this total combination is called radical. So what is the difference between the valency of a single element and the charge of a radical? Yes, the main difference is that the valency of single element is for only a single atom, but in case of radical there are a group of atoms. They work like a single atom and it has a positive or negative charge. Suppose we have sulphate, SO4 2-. Here 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. So this combination contains -2 charge. So this is its charge number, and its valency is 2. So charge means positively signed or negatively signed value, and valency is only the value. So I am going to my laptop screen again. So this is your book. Here given ammonium, its formula is NH4 plus. I wrote it in my board, and its charge is +1. So this plus is +1 and its valency is 1. So valency means only the value of charge. Without sign. Or charge means sign with value. This charge is also called oxidation number. Here. So valency of carbonate is 2 and its oxidation number is -2, and charge is also -2. Similarly for these radicals also, phosphonium and hydroxyl ion, nitrate ion, sulfate ion, bicarbonate ion, bisulfate ion. So many radicals are given in my book. You must memorize it. You must memorize it. And if you memorize the formula of specific radical, so you can write its charge and valency easily by observing its sign with value. So you should memorize this formula of specific radical. Formula of specific radical. So now I am going to another topic. This is 5.4 section. This is called this is chemical formula of compounds. Chemical formula. You know, there are a few types of formula. One is empirical and another is molecular. So I will explain it empirical and molecular formula later. Now my topic is chemical formula of compounds. So what is chemical formula and how can I write this formula? So I am going to my laptop screen first, then I will explain some topic, then I will come to my board again. Okay. So what is chemical formula? We should learn it. Okay. Suppose I write H2O. What is this? H2O. Hi, it's the formula of water. So in water there are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. One atom of oxygen. So if I write only hydrogen oxygen, it doesn't express the formula of water. So if I want to write the formula of water, we should write symbol of that element with their number of atoms. With their number of atoms. Here two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So we shouldn't write this one because here one oxygen is given. So there are few ways to write the formulas and I will explain it in later. In my book there are so many examples. Suppose if I write carbon dioxide, here one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. This is the formula of carbon dioxide. If I write CO, only one carbon atom and one oxygen atom, it doesn't express the formula of carbon dioxide. This is the formula of carbon monoxide. Monoxide means one atom of oxygen, dioxide means two atoms of oxygen. Suppose if I write O2, O2 is the formula of oxygen. O2 is the formula of oxygen. Here in one molecule of oxygen contains two atoms. And if I write O3, do you think this is oxygen? No, this is ozone gas. This is ozone gas. Here one molecule of ozone gas contains three atoms of oxygen. So this is very important to write down the number of atoms with specific symbol. So I am going to my laptop screen again. The system of writing chemical formula. Here the formula is given. Suppose if I want to write ozone, this O3, so I have to write the number of atoms at the subscript, that means below of that symbol at the right side. This is given here, and if any formula doesn't have more than one atom, then we should write only the symbol like helium, He, inert gas. And section B, sometimes if a compound is made by more than one element like calcium chloride, then one atom of calcium and two atoms of chlorine. So I already explained this type of things. If the compound is Al2O3, aluminum oxide, then two atoms of oxygen and two atoms of aluminum and three atoms of oxygen. So we should understand how can I write this type of formula? So in my board now I will explain about this aluminum oxide, aluminum sulfate, ammonium phosphate and magnesium phosphate. So if you understand how can I write this type of formula, then you can try to write another formula easily. So at first go to my board. Example is aluminum oxide, then aluminum sulfate. You should know the valency of oxygen is 2 and aluminum is 3 okay. Then valency of magnesium is 2, then the valency of phosphate and ammonium 1, then phosphate PO4 2 minus, that means 2. So at first I wrote the valency of a specific element and then I will write the formulas. Suppose aluminum oxide. So aluminum oxide, if I write aluminum oxide by this way, this is not right, because the valency of aluminum is 3. We know aluminum is a metal, so aluminum will try to donate 3 electrons. So if the aluminum is plus 3, because it has to donate 3 electrons, so its charge or oxidation number is plus 3. So aluminum donates 3 electron, and oxygen is a non-metal, that's why it will accept 2 electron because its valency is 2. So this is right, this is okay. What do you think? Aluminum oxide like this way? No, because if aluminum donates 3 electron and oxygen accepts 2 electron, so this is not a complete formula. If I write 2 here, so 1 aluminum donates 3 electron, so 2 aluminum will accept 2 aluminum will donate 6 electron. And if I write 3 here, then 1 oxygen accepts 2 electron, 3 oxygen atom accepts 6 electron. So plus 6 and minus 6 balanced, that means neutral. So we should write aluminum oxide by this way. 1 aluminum donates 3 electron, so 2 aluminum donates 6 electron, 1 oxygen accepts 2 electron, so 3 oxygen atoms accept 6 electron, plus 6 minus 6 balanced, that's why this is the formula. Okay, now aluminum sulfate. Okay, actually I have to write sulfate here also. Sulfate, here the charge of sulfate is 2, and okay, aluminum sulfate. You know sulfate is a radical, and I told it in my today's lecture also. Here aluminum donates 3 electron and sulfate accepts 2 electron. So you know the way to write its formula. Is it okay? No, this is quite similar to this compound, because aluminum donates 3 electron and sulfate accepts 2 electron. So 2 aluminum donates plus 3 into 2, that means plus 6 electron, and 1 sulfate accepts 2 electron, that means this minus 2 is multiplied by 3, that means minus 6. So we should write bracket here, then 3. 2 aluminum donates 6 electron, 1 sulfate accepts 2 electrons, so 3 sulfate radical accepts 6 electron, then this is neutralized or balanced. So you should think just this way. Then magnesium phosphate and ammonium phosphate. You know ammonium is a radical and phosphate is also radical, but ammonium is plus 1 charge, phosphate is minus 3 charge. So how can I write the formula? Yes, if 1 ammonium donates 1 electron, then 3 ammonium donates 3 electron and 1 phosphate accepts those 3 electrons. So I can write by this way, plus 1 into 3, that is plus 3, and phosphate is minus 3, then neutralized. So you should first think about how can I write the formulas. Ammonium phosphate, then magnesium phosphate. I should erase the board. Magnesium phosphate. The valency of magnesium is 2. So you know magnesium is a metal, that's why magnesium donates 2 electron. And phosphate is a negatively charged phosphate. Oh, sorry, I have here the charge of phosphate is minus 3 and its valency is 3. The phosphate is minus 3. So how can I write? The formula? Yes. If 3 magnesium donates plus 3 into 3, that is plus 6, and if I write 2 here, then minus 3 into 2, that means minus 6, then balanced. So you can ask me, sir, please repeat it again. Actually, the valency of magnesium is 2. So 3 magnesium atoms donate 6 electron, and the valency of phosphate is 3. That's why 2 phosphate accepts those 6 electrons. So plus 2 into 3 plus 6, minus 3 into 2, that is minus 6, then plus minus balanced. So this is the way to write the formulas. So to write the formulas, the valency is very important. We should memorize the valency of specific element and radicals. So you should memorize it. Then I am going to my laptop screen again. Then third number is given. Third number is quite similar with number 2. Suppose this is the formula of carbon dioxide. 1 atom of carbon is given and 2 atoms of oxygen is given. So this is very easy. And how can I write the formula of sulphate? SO4 2 minus. Here the valency of iron is 2, sulphate is minus 2, so its valency total the valency of this formula is 0. And if I explain it my board, then you will understand it clearly. Suppose I am talking about iron sulphate. Okay, this is an easy topic. Iron sulphate. You know, sulphate is minus 2 charge based radical and iron is plus 2 charge based metal. So plus 2 and minus 2, this is balanced and neutralized by neutralized one element by another radical. So plus 2 minus 2 neutralized. So ferrous sulphate is the formula of those specific compound. Sir, you can ask me, sir, why the valency of sulphate is minus 2? Why this is not minus 3? Actually, for SO4, the valency of sulfur is plus 6 and valency of oxygen is minus 2 into 4. So plus 6 and minus 8, that means minus 2. Then we should write minus 2 here. So this is the formula of sulphate. So you should understand by this way. For specific element, sulfur is plus 6, oxygen is minus 2 into number of atoms of oxygen 4, minus 2 into 4, that means minus 8, plus 6 minus 8, that means this minus 2. So we should write minus 2 here. So if you think, so why carbonate is minus 2? So valency of carbon is plus 4, valency of oxygen is minus 2 into 3, then plus 4 minus 6, this is minus 2. So minus 2 is here. So you should practice it a lot. Inshallah in my next class I will explain another topic. Assalamu alaikum.